something of socialization. And we're making breakfast today. So I'm going to start out with 4 slices of prosciutto. Normally I would use bacon, but we are fresh out, and so we're using what we have. I'm cutting them in half, so this way they fit in the pan more easily. They're going to go really fast because they're very thin, as you can see, and this is just to kind of warm them up. You could easily have them cold, but this is just the way I'm going to do them for breakfast. And gives them an extra little texture for your eggs in the morning. So you want this on a lower heat because these guys will burn since they are so thin and so fat. Let's see, these guys are going to get warm and crispy very, very quickly. So you really want to keep an eye on them. Move them, give them a quick flip. They aren't going to render fat the way bacon does because they're too thin and they've already been cured. But they will brown. Okay, once they're all browned on one side, flip them, and then just wait for them to get browned on the other side. It'll take about another 60 seconds, and then remove them from heat. Beautifully browned, and a lovely bacon substitute. Okay, so next we are going to make the best scrambled eggs in the world, and so simple, so easy, and I absolutely love them. So I'm making eggs for my husband and myself, so we're going to use 4 fresh organic eggs. Okay. 4. Cracking something. Okay. And so now we whisk the eggs together, not with a fork, but actually with a whisk. My sous chef is going to hand me one.
Oui, chef.
Okay, so you actually want to whisk your eggs together. It's going to give them the most amount of air and give you the fluffiest eggs. Okay, so now that they have all that beautiful air in there, I'm going to add not milk, but creme fraiche. And so what this is going to do is give this a little bit of tang. If you don't have creme fraiche, most people don't have it at home, you can use sour cream and you're going to accomplish exactly the same thing. So I'm going to use about a tablespoon. Maybe a little more. So yeah, that's about a tablespoon of the creme fraiche, and then again I'm going to whisk that to incorporate it. It's not going to break up the way milk would. Heat is what's going to actually make this melt and give it the beautiful silkiness that you really want in your eggs. Okay. I'm using the exact same pan I made my prosciutto in, and I am using my secret weapon. You can make this at home, but I just bought it. It's garlic herb butter, and this is fantastic. I'm using the exact same pan I made my prosciutto in, and it's going to add so much flavor to my eggs. You don't need salt, you don't need pepper, I don't need ketchup, which is what I usually put on my eggs. Alright. And you're going to want all the butter to be melted down and your pan to be nice and hot before you pour those eggs in. Now, am I doing it in the same pan? I'm also giving myself a nice extra layer of flavor. Coats the whole pan, and you can see from the prosciutto, I'm getting a nice layer of brown, which is really good. Okay. All those curds in there, that's the creme fraiche, and the heat is going to melt that really nicely. This is when you pop your toast down. The eggs don't wait. Okay. I'm making scrambled eggs, not an omelet, so I like to move this around a lot to get big, fluffy curds. Some people like to use chopsticks. I like to use a fork, and I try not to scrape the bottom of it. I prefer not to use silicone or a spatula because I just don't think it makes the eggs as fluffy. But use whatever you like to use. Everyone likes to use something different. And you can see that as the heat gets to that creme fraiche, those curds of creme fraiche just start melting, and these eggs just get so beautifully silky smooth. And the biggest key, see how these are almost formed? You turn the heat off. This way you get beautifully soft eggs and they're not rubbery at all. Now they're going to be cooked with beautiful light velvety texture. Let them sit in there just an extra second. I'll get my plate. Gorgeous. I like soft eggs. If you like them a little bit harder, let them sit a little bit longer. If you like them to have a little more brown on them, let the butter brown up a little bit and it'll give you that nice golden crust. All right, you guys, happy breakfast, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.